want to check in. I am messaging you from Philadelphia, the home of my alma mater, University of Pennsylvania. And it's a beautiful day outside. I can't even believe I'm in Philly. I'm just like so used to embracing the industrialized griminess of it, but it actually is beautiful today. I will show you when I can. You can all see how beautiful the city looks today. And I thought I would check in just as a touching base, letting you know how my journey's going, wondering how you're doing, how everybody is feeling out there. Fall is in the air. Summer is finally laid to rest, officially. And I think it's appropriate because the leaves are turning, eventually they'll fall, and then new leaves will come back, and they'll be green and pretty and perfect. And it just puts me in the mindset of letting go. Just like the leaves let go of the tree branch when they're ready. I have finally come to a place where, in all honesty, I am totally prepared to let go of things that aren't serving me, aren't meant for me. And that includes people, and people that I love. And I heard something very interesting the other day, and it reminded me so much of the relationships that I've had, and not just one, but major one, and also but other relationships where the person said, if feelings are not being reciprocated, or a person is in a relationship and they're not getting their needs met, they can be two good people, very good people, great people. But if one person isn't getting their needs met, the relationship is going to turn toxic, or it's going to make a good person do toxic things. And it hit me in the face like a brick, because I struggled so much to figure out how in all my life I had gotten to the point in that relationship that I had to do some of the things that I've done. I'm not proud of it, but I'm owning it. So, that being said, framing it and realizing that letting go is not only an act of love for myself, but also for the other person. Because maybe in some way, like, it doesn't matter if it's been 10 minutes, 10 days, 10 years. If there's somebody that you're energetically holding on to, it doesn't matter that they feel it. And you feel it. More importantly, it's taking energy from yourself. And as much as I've tried to bring all of my energy back to me and empower myself, which I have a great deal, I haven't completely. I realized that was one tendril that I had not cut, and it was very difficult. There was an emotional bond, and also, just amazing, pleasant memories. But that's exactly what they are. They're memories. They're not my reality anymore. So I can look back and let go of any resentments for how that relationship didn't work out, and not really ask why, but just let it go, because it doesn't really matter why. When I find my person, they're gonna snatch me up and they're not gonna let me go, and they're gonna be able to respect and fulfill the requirements that I have in a relationship. And if they are the right person for me, I'll be able to do the same for them. And it'll be synergistic, but it won't be codependent, which is definitely something that I have got to avoid. And that said, it has to come from letting go of people and attachments and outcomes. Had to come from a place of love. Not only if I couldn't, it was so strange. If I couldn't love myself enough to let go, I at least could love the other person enough to let go. And which is such a weird thing. It's like, how do you not love yourself? It's I think a lot of us don't. A lot of us we deride ourselves and we take the love that we think we deserve, and we don't aspire to more. And it might be something from childhood, it might be something from, early on relationships, or it just might be a pattern that you learned, and you may just feel like no matter what you do, you're not going to be good enough. You will be good enough. You are good enough for the right person. You are perfect just the way you are for the right person. You don't have to change. You don't have to upsell. You don't have to do anything. You don't have to be different. You don't have to improve. You can be, not to say that you won't improve, but maybe that'll come as a natural side effect of being with the person who helps your light shine instead of dim. And I will always feel a positive energy looking back and wishing that person and the people that person loves all the happiness. No bitterness, no, what if, no, that does nobody any good. It's absolutely pointless to do that. So I'm not going to torture myself or anybody else anymore. And not to say that I did all the time, but there's those moments where, you're alone and you want somebody there, and it's that person's company that you crave. It's that person's energy that you've, been so accustomed to for so many years that when you don't have it, you miss it terribly. It's like a death. You're mourning a loss. But letting go is a necessary part of growing up, I have found. And letting go of resentments as well. Not feeling bitter. Not feeling horribly, jealous or mistreated, or like I got the shaft or any of that. I didn't. I look back in love and just am grateful for the time I had. And when I look at it that way, it's so easy to put things into perspective, into like a decent perspective. I have been so fortunate. I have experienced a love. It might not be the love of my life, but it's definitely love. And not everybody gets that. And not everybody is even open to that. Not everybody makes themselves vulnerable to being loved. And this is my true, authentic self, saying that I am grateful for the time that I've had with everybody that I've been in a relationship with. I have learned something from each one. And, being the chronically single person that I am, there have been a few. I'm not ashamed. I have no shame. It is what it is. But you learn as you move forward. And this has been a
In 10
huge...
miles, take exit 40 onto I-295 southwards Trenton.
Told you. Hashtag Heartbroken Traveler. This has been a huge learning curve for me and painful. I'll be honest, growing pains are just what they sound like. Growing pains. It hurts. And in certain ways it feels absolutely wrong and counterintuitive. But if it was right, then maybe my life would have been a little bit different by now. So I have to let go of what I've been holding on to so tight so that I can open myself up to what's good and what's good for me and what's going to be the best for me. And that's growth. I think that's positive. And I hope that whoever's watching this gleans a little something, a little recognition, a spark of understanding, compassion on yourselves, for yourselves and for others, even if it's not returned, because oftentimes it's not. And really just loving the life that you're living, regardless of what it looks like to anybody on the outside. It's not their path to walk, it's yours. Do not be dissuaded by the validation of external things and people. You are valid and perfect just the way you are. So, letting go has been a major turning point in my journey, and just all part of the evolution of this heartbroken traveler as I float through Philly on my way to do anesthesia stuff, because that's what anesthetists do. Never more reminded than being back at my alma mater. I hope you're all doing well. Please feel free to reach out. Again, I apologize that it's been so long since I've touched base. It's been a crazy, hectic life. Just work. Work insanity. So, here's wishing you love from Philadelphia. Everybody, take care.